as we're talking about tools, you know, I thought I'd just show one of my wrench drawers, and this is in my big master hand toolbox, which come from Harbor Freight, or sorry, Tractor Supply. In this box, I primarily only keep my standard tools in and all my ratchets, but I'm focusing on my wrench drawer on this SAE standard side. And I got a wide variety of tools and wrenches, and I got all different makes and models and, you know, makes. Like I got Pittsburgh stuff, got Craftsman stuff, got a Great Neck, which I covered in one of my other videos. I bought a lot of it at AutoZone. Got some Snap-on, individual Snap-on stuff I bought through the years, like these skinny wrenches. Some of the stuff I picked up at yard sales and auctions. Some of it I bought individually. Some of it was just old sets I had. I mean, I'm not ashamed to say I had a lot of the old Pittsburgh Harbor Freight stuff years ago. Primarily, we had it in the racing trailers. So that way, you know, if someone stole something or you lost it, you weren't out of much. Tools called Allied, which was around when I was younger. You used to be able to find them. I got some Pro in here. Got some stubby wrenches from Pittsburgh. You know, of course, Craftsman stuff. But, you know, this is just a wide variety of different tools that I've had for years. As I mentioned in another video, bench top from Kmart. I even got some good Proto wrenches. I really like the older Proto stuff. You know, you can pick that stuff up fairly cheap today, but this just goes to show some of the different wrenches that I have in a wide variety. Here were some other tools that I used to use a lot in the field, and this is a KD brand metric set of wrenches. I believe I got these on eBay back in 2007. I think they were brand new, and I've since picked up a few used KD tools through the years. And it's to my understanding KD is no longer a tool name, that Gear Wrench had bought them out. So they were a nice wrench. So if you ever see any of these KD tools anywhere used or anything for cheap, they're really a pretty well built wrench, I thought, for the money. My local Napa store used to carry KD, and I bought several tools from them through the years. But again, these KD wrenches, to my understanding, was the name brand was bought out by Gear Wrench. So if you buy anything today, it will say Gear Wrench on it instead of KD. You can see here I got a lot of my large wrenches hanging up. I got them that goes all the way up to 2.5, all the way down to 1 3/8, hanging up here. I get a lot of people that ask me, what do you use them for? Well, when you own equipment, you get into some pretty big sizes. And I used to use these all the time when I worked in the field. Not all sizes, but I use the 2 3/8 a lot. 2 1/4, 1 3/4, 1 1/2. Use those quite regularly. But I've still had a need here and there for these different sizes, and none of these tools hanging up, I think they were all actually Harbor Freight. It used to be Harbor Freight sold very large wrenches like that. I don't know if they still do, but I think I've had these since 2005. And, you know, I'm still hanging on to them because I still use them with my own equipment from time to time. So, but I do have some large wrenches and some pretty big tools here I have to work with from time to time. As you all have seen in some other videos, I did buy a lot of Mac tools through the years. Where I worked at, we always had a Mac dealer. And I really liked these knuckle saver wrenches at the time. They were pretty good in their time. There is some stuff out there better today, obviously. But I bought a few of them, the common sizes, 10mm, 13, you know, sizes like that I would use. I also bought a lot of Mac sockets in the early days. But I was at a Roll King store not too long ago, and they had some closeout Dewalt tools on clearance for like 79 cents a piece, and I bought this 10mm socket. It's a Dewalt, And if you look, I mean, the knurls and everything, the Mac socket compared to the Dewalt socket is almost identical. I mean, you can see a little bit of difference. This one's a 9mm, and this one's a 10. Let me take it back, I lied. This is an 8mm, but man, you can see there's not a lot of difference in them. They definitely probably at one time come out of the same factory, which I know Mac is owned by Stanley and Dewalt's owned by Stanley, but yeah, you can definitely see a similarity there in the tools, in this line of tools. I really like Mac tools. We had a great local dealer back when I was in the field, and you know, I just don't have no need to buy any more of them, but you can definitely see a similarity with them. Well, as I'm filling up water jugs, very exciting for the animals for the week. I use these old milk jugs to fill the water buckets up. I've had some people to ask me about my opinions with tools and where to get them. I hear it all the time. Well, as I've said, many others on YouTube will tell you, the tool business has changed a lot. I did buy a lot of things off the tool trucks back in the day. And yes, there is some benefits to the tool truck. But everyone's price conscious now, and people have found out where different things are made and realize that they can make money with other brands. Me, when I was in diesel mechanic school back in 2003, Snap-on would come in and talk to us. Tried to get us on the student program. I did not go that route, did not go with the student program. And I already had some tools because I was racing and everything at that time, but I had a lot of like Craftsman and some of the early Harbor Freight stuff, which was fine, you know, for my racing days. And I bought a lot of flea market tools at that time, different stuff, and then grandparents gave me tools, things like that. But once I got out into the field, and I had to start buying tools off the Snap-on truck, and at that time there was a lot of tools I just didn't have a choice with. I wish I would have went with the student program because I could have got a lot more for my money. But you live and learn.